Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and as you can see, I have got the hands ready to go here. I'm just letting that plumber's putty dry, and then I will be getting the hands attached. In the meantime, let's get this guy mounted. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, it's important to note that I have this guy fully posed exactly as I want him before I make any rash drills or cuts in here. And what you want to do is you want to get him sort of in place on here, and then go ahead and get Sharpie and mark right in between, I should say right in the center of the loops of his feet, which, as you'll see, I've actually opened up enough to be able to fit a screw through there. Once you've done that, you're going to want to take your drill and drill the hole, drill a hole, make sure that you've got a hole big enough to fit your screw that you're going to use. I'm going to use a machine screw here. What size isn't particularly important, but using a relatively small machine screw that just barely goes through this wood. You don't want a whole lot of play. You don't want a bunch of extra screws sticking out there on the other side. That's not good. You want a bit, so you don't want a ton. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and get a paddle bit. Okay, this is a 3/4 inch paddle bit here. There we go. Which, as you can see, what that does is it cuts a much larger hole so that I can get in there with the tool and screw and unscrew a bolt. There's one. Okay, there's the other. Let's clean that up a bit. There we go. Normally I wouldn't advise dumping wood shavings on your floor. This is a workshop, so it's okay. Come in with a shop vac and it'll be just fine. Okay, now we get the screw through. And I can see that I've got a little bit of screw coming through. I actually want a little bit more than that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to cut this. It's important to check it and make sure that you're getting the thickness that you want. Okay. The only thing you have to really worry about is going all the way through. The fact is, you can always make the bolt a bit more shallow with the use of washers. Okay, so I'm going to stick this back in here, and much better. I've got it protruding there, just enough, and I'm going to go ahead and stick a washer on this and put it down there, and I'm going to get another one and stick a washer on that as well. Okay, and now I'm going to come on this side and screw a nut on the other side. Those with a dirty sense of humor are laughing really heartily right now. Okay, so yourself a screwdriver and tighten the nut. Come on this side, tighten the nut. Now I've got these cool little screws coming out, and I can get my piece and put them down again. Now, I'm probably going to want more than one nut, and another thing, I'm seeing this one's coming out a little more than I really wanted to see it come amount there. So this is a good example of how I'm going to even these up, because it is difficult to make exactly the same depth cut. So just, you know, adding a few washers here, and if it's really drastic, you might consider adding a washer and a bolt and a washer. You know, if you really need to make up for a lot of extra space there. Okay, I'm going to stick this through again. Check it. Yep. They're about even. Okay, so I'm going to get my bolt back on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a second bolt in place. So I'm creating a little stack of bolts. Okay, and what this is going to do is it's going to give me plenty of room for my feet to, you know, come down and grab these bolts. Okay, I could put one more in there, but I think that I'm going to go ahead and leave it as it is. Now, you may have to go in with a pair of needle nose pliers and stretch it out again just a bit more to get it to go around those bolts. Now, this is not going to be a complete, you know, an exact science. The feet, you know, remember, really the feet are determining the length of the leg. That's pretty much it. These feet are not going to be the feet. I mean, you're going to sculpt feet, so you don't have to be too anal about how these pieces are really fitting on here. And you just need to make sure that your length of your leg is correct. Okay, because if your length of your leg is differing to a great degree from your armature map, you know, then you're going to have a big problem. So that is the main thing you need to worry about, is getting your length of your leg just right. So you're going to come down here, and it might be worth it to flatten the miniature down or the armature down, and use your pliers to get them really, really tight. And once you've tightened it on both bolts and you get it really locked down there, you could even go in with a washer and cap it just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to do the head. All right, thanks.